Hey guys, my name is Kennedy and I'm gonna run you through some tips and tricks on how to use your new e-brush. Okay, it's a pretty exciting day. You're ready to unpack the e-brush. I'm also gonna run you through how best to use it, how to change some settings, and some little tips on tricks on how to make sure that you're getting the most out of your brand new device. Tip number one is maybe don't throw out your instructions. I know it's standard to do so, but this has some pretty good tips and tricks inside here for you, including how to reset your action button. Okay, first things first, what comes in your box is the e-brush device itself and your first brush head. That's important because your new e-brush comes with two. These brush heads should only last you about 3 months or 180 days. So it's important that we give you one and then a second one to switch over to. And we do sell them in packs of 2 for you to add on for that next part of the year. And with your brush heads, we also have your amazing charger. This is a flatbed wireless charger, meaning you no longer have that gross prongy thing that gets covered in toothpaste. That's gone. And it's beautiful little dish case that you can just sit in like that and charge, or if you don't want to use either of them, you can basically just charge it up overnight once and your battery should last you between 2 and 3 months per charge. And finally, we have our vegan leather travel case. This is a special limited edition product that in our next run will not be included, but for now it is included in your package. Inside the leather case, you have a spot for 2 brush heads. That means when you go away traveling, if you're with a partner or a best friend, you can just put one device in and 2 separate brush heads, and that way you only have that to travel with. Okay, onto the device itself. You have 3 incredible brush sonic modes. This means that it vibrates like this at a really, really fast hypersonic vibration rather than an old oscillation that electric toothbrushes used to have. Clean, white, and polish. Now the only main difference between these 3 modes is the level of vibrations that it gives, and you'll be able to hear the different frequencies that they perform at when you go through those settings. There is a little bit more on that in the instructions, but basically every day would just be sticking with clean. If you have just whitened your teeth, it's best to use the whiten function. That's because it really pulsates the whitening gel into your teeth further. And look, if it's been a bit of a hard weekend, there's been lots of junk food and maybe even a couple of drinks on it, and your teeth are just giving that really furry feeling, the best case use is polish. Polish is incredible at giving that amazing buff to leave your teeth feeling so shiny and smooth. Finally, the last 2 little lights, you can't really see them here, but on the bottom of the brush there is a battery indicator. When it's running out of battery, it will start to flash for you. You usually have about a week from when it starts flashing to when it's gonna die, so make sure that you get onto that as soon as you can. And finally, the last little light at the bottom is a brush head change indicator, meaning that it might be time to change your head out. This turns on after 180 days times 2, so morning and night. That way it will kind of give you a rough indicator. It's time to change your head out. Basically, you just switch the head in and out and then hold down the action button here for 5 seconds to turn the reminder off. And that's how you reset it. Okay, there is a couple of really cool features about your e-brush that I think that you should know, and one of them is to do with brushing. Now, I'm not gonna tell you how to brush your teeth, hopefully that you already know how to do that, but this will make it a little bit easier. The e-brush has a 2-minute built-in timer with 30-second intervals. Now, what that means is you should be brushing your teeth for 2 minutes every single morning and every single night. It sounds dramatic, but I promise you, once you get into the habit of it, listening to the timer becomes so easy. So once you turn your device on, it'll vibrate. The 2-minute built-in timer on your e-brush is split up into 4 sections of your mouth. The upper left, upper right, lower left, and lower right. That's the 4 that you need to kind of pass through to basically get a really good brush. The timer will automatically turn off after 2 minutes of full brushing. However, every 30 seconds, you will hear a really high frequency vibration, a little bit like, to remind you to move on to the next section of your mouth. Now, this may seem a little bit slow, but if you can focus on that 30-second section, I promise you'll get an overall amazing clean, and you'll start to see those effects after just 1 week of brushing. A couple more final features are, if you do need to factory reset your brush for any reason, if it's playing up or vibrating on a wrong frequency, you can do so. Similar to how you change the brush head, you do hold this button down for 5 seconds. The only difference is, please place it on your charger, hold down for 5, and that should factory reset your entire device, allowing the computing just to catch up to speed. Another really cool feature on our e-brush is the amazing tongue scraper. Now, this is actually really good to use after every single brush, and that's because a lot of bacteria is actually stored on your tongue, which can genuinely lead to plaque and discoloration. So after every brush, just scrape off everything that you can on your teeth straight into the basin, give it a rinse, and there you go. Cool. So that's basically all the little tips and tricks that I have other than learning to brush your teeth, which hopefully you already know by now. If you do run out of brush heads, you can head over to our website, whiteningco.nz, and you can get 2 for $29. Let me know how you guys get on with your brand new e-brush. I can't wait to see you smiling.